All right, I'm super pumped today to do the first installment of a series that I think is going to be a lot of fun, and that's called Modern Eye Appeal. For those of you who are unaware, eye appeal is a really popular term in vintage collecting that has to do with what it sounds like, right? How a card looks to your eye when you look at it. And this is an important term in vintage collecting because vintage cards are very commonly collected in all grades, from PSA 1s or SGC 1s or whatever grade, whatever grading company is your preference, from 1 to 10. So obviously there's a huge difference in price range for the different grades. So you get a 10, a gem mint of something, it's going to cost you a heck of a lot more than a 2 is going to cost you. But the sweet spot, which I think is becoming really popular now in vintage, I guess I don't know if it's been popular for a long time, is getting medium or lower grade cards with high eye appeal. So something that might be graded as a 2 or a 3 but look really good. Modern cards don't really have the same sort of concept because all modern cards are going to look pretty solid, right? They're all going to look like 9s and 10s for the most part, unless somehow they were bent, or one of the corners were nicked, or there's whatever scratches. But for the most part, modern cards all look pretty good. So, but I was thinking about eye appeal or something similar. To me, the modern collecting version of the concept of eye appeal has to do with not getting lower grade versions of cards that still look really good, but rather getting cheaper cards that look really good relative to much more expensive alternatives. And so I found 5 examples that I might use for that, where in my collection I have 5 much more affordable versions of something that I want to collect, and why I feel like it's a much better alternative to some of the other stuff that is out there that's probably more popular. And because it's more popular, it's therefore inherently more valuable and would cost a lot more. And I think that a lot of cool, interesting things could come up in this conversation. So hopefully this could lead to some interesting stuff. And if it ends up being interesting, it might be the first of many iterations of this sort of model of video or discussion. And the first one is an example I found of a card that is a rookie card of a Kings player who's no longer actually even on the Kings. He was traded to the Wizards at the trade deadline last season. It's Colby Jones. It's his Panini Contenders. It's his premium version. So this isn't Contenders Optic. This is just standard Contenders, and it's the premium version. So that's why it's got the refractor shine. And so it's unnumbered. It's the premium unnumbered. It's got the little prism designation. And this is a beautiful card. I think this has really high eye appeal, right? This card is well designed. Contenders is all about the little ticket theme or the ticket design. I think what really stands out is how beautiful it is with the really crisp on-card auto and the shine. Really nice action shot of Colby Jones. That's really awesome. I really think it's a beautiful card. And I picked up this card for a whopping $1.49. I added it to an order where I had already purchased another card for the PC from eBay. I won this for a 99-cent. I think I was the only bidder, and 50 cents of combined shipping. So it came out to a whopping $1.49. And compare this to something like the National Treasures RPA. His NT RPA was just recently sold, literally sold the day I am recording this video, for $60 or $70. And I think this looks so much better than that card. Not to mention the fact that the patch in that RPA, I think the RPA would be justified at that price if Jones had worn the patch that was in the card. in a game or in the rookie photo shoot or whatever, but he didn't, right? Those patches are unassociated now. So it's a random piece of jersey from a random, Fanatics jersey or Dick's Sporting Goods jersey. This is a really cool theme. It has his weight, his height, 199, 6'4". I don't remember what the 20 is. It might be, it's his jersey number. He's jersey number 20. So it has some cool player information kind of hidden there, and a nice description on the back, right? So a nice description on the back. So this is a great card, okay? And I think that is way better of an addition to my collection, despite the cost, right? I mean, it looks better. I think if I showed this to a non-collector, they would think that this card is better than the NTRPA, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper too. So this card, to me, has a lot more eye appeal than the NTRPA, and it's a lot cheaper too. And we'll throw that in right here with I have here my little Brad Miller shrine in the back, just because that's a card, that's what a collection I was recently sharing in pictures online. The next kind of grouping is this, it's actually, I have kind of two side by side, and that is the, parallels of each other. The Topps version, which was the Topps Chrome Refractor. So I have the Peja Topps Chrome Refractor from, I think this was 0405. Yeah, from 0405 Topps Chrome. And I have the Topps Chrome Refractor of his alongside the 2018-19 Optic Holo of Bogdan Bogdanovic. Okay. And to me, these are kind of like the Panini and Topps version of each other, right? They are both the in-game action shots with the really distinct borders, right? Like the clear cut borders or clean cut borders. And I just thought this was interesting because Topps Chrome has a really positive reputation. Everyone loves Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome refractors, everyone loves them. This year happens to be unnumbered. Yeah, there's no numbering on this. This year of Topps Chrome 0405, the refractors aren't unnumbered. Some years they were numbered to 999 or even less in some years. The Optic Holo has a decent reputation. I mean, it's not, the main refractor in the Panini line is this Prism Silver. I think this looks way better. Beautiful, clean, in-game photography, bigger photo window. Rookies don't get, I thought I was going to say for a second, rookies get in-game shots, but they don't get in-game shots. They're still studio shots. So, I mean, for lack of a better term, I think all things considered, these two cards are pretty similar to one another. And I would say their values are pretty similar. I mean, Topps Chrome is a little bit less printed. Optic Holos are more overprinted. I think Optic Holos, I think I got this card for like $1, maybe a little bit less than $1. The Peja I probably got for like $3. So they're pretty similar. Not that they're different in value. But I think what's different between the two, even though their eye appeal, the way they look is so similar, they're both so beautiful, is their popularity. Why is this Topps Chrome so much more popular than the Optic Holo? Because it's rarer? Because there might be, I'm totally making up numbers, there might be 1,000 of these Topps Chrome refractors and 10,000 of these Optic Holos? But in the case of that, where it's so there's no scarcity anyway. I mean, you can find any of these at any time, and there's a plethora of them. Why does it matter, right? Like, why does it matter such small differences? So why is there that difference in popularity? Is it the brand? I guess Topps Chrome has a history. It's a much more established brand than Donruss Optic. But again, like, why do I care? If I'm looking at this, why do I care that this O up here is less popular than the Topps Chrome logo right there? Like, I don't get it, right? I mean, these are both beautiful, similar eye appeal, look very similar. I don't think they are worthy of the discrepancy in love. I think that this card, the Peja, would be much more beloved, or is much more beloved by the collecting community than the Optic Holo. So let's get these guys over here. yeah, again, I think to me, what's the modern version of looking for cards that overachieve, right? So in vintage, that's overachieving the grade they received. In modern basketball, to me, it's overachieving the price or popularity, the popularity. All these cards, these 5 down here and the 3 that I've put back there, to me, overachieve either cost. All of them overachieved for the cost that I think I paid. And then to me, this Optic Hollow overachieves relative to the popularity, its popularity relative to the Topps Chrome. So yeah, anyway, I hope I hope that you found that interesting. Let me know your thoughts on this kind of idea of modern eye appeal and whatnot, and of overachieving relative to your cost or card's cost or popularity. Let's keep, let's start some conversation to talk about this. Maybe I'm just a delusional collector who collects cheap cards and wants them to be more important than they are. I don't know. That's fine. Tell me if that's the case. But anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed. Keep the conversation going anywhere. Let's keep talking about cards, and happy collecting, everyone.